I know I'm late. I am in fact late, I will admit it.
Match found. Death match. Warm up.
Phantom moment. It's Friday, and that's what matters, right? Nice shot. Bro really just disappeared. You see that KO? I'm tired tonight. But I don't care. Apparently everybody likes their Deagles better than their Vandals this game, because that's how this game's gonna go. I gotta find a way to wake myself up. I've just been sitting here for like the last hour. Bored out of my mind. Not even bored. But I feel bored because I'm so tired. I should have been editing, but I didn't. See, ADS is just like objectively better in those scenarios.
It seems these strangers want me dead. Eh bien, they're not the first.
Fight.
Focus now. Eyes off me.
Ooh. She got there fast. I guess nothing unreasonable, but still. My dog has arrived. What do you need, bud? There's Phoenix, apparently. Okay, everything after the first shot, except for the last shot, was bad. Ooh. Not much I can do against that raise there, right? Unless I just hit some crazy flip. Why is Sova AFK? It's cringe. AFK players are cringe. In any game mode, honestly. Deathmatch means the game goes slower. It's not as bad as in ranked because they're not on your team, but it's annoying. Because the game goes slower. As you can see by that flick on the deadlock, I'm not awake. What can I do to wake me up? Should I like splash cold water on my face or something? I feel like that doesn't wake me up that much. Might help, but like, I don't know. Maybe if I get in a game with some hype people, we'll be good. Dude, that's crazy. That's also crazy. That's crazy too. That's insanely crazy. Okay, that would have been absolutely absurd. Thank you, me. Alright, get scared of, and it's Brim. Brim is good, apparently. I feel like he keeps beating me, even though he's 2 kills behind me. Guess what? Sova's not AFK. I noticed that when he peeked me the time before. I just didn't mention it. Oh, well done, Phoenix. Even with my wide straight there, he still was able to hit that. It's a nice shot by him. Okay, I'm slowly waking up. My flicks are getting faster and everything. It's going alright. We'll make it work. No. That's crazy. What is this? Why is Neon playing like that? What the heck? She was like peeking and then unpeeking and then sitting there half peeked. That was incredibly weird of her. I should have ADS'd again. I think anything over what? Like 30 meters, honestly, should be ADS'd. That's where some damage drop-offs go to, isn't it? Even under sometimes. Like if I'm holding marker here, I might ADS. Of course, that is 30 meters, but they might peek close and still get ADS in. Even here, that's like a fine ADS, for some people at least. It's kind of preference. Hey, Mr. Bird, how's it going? ADS is kind of preference, but I feel like at one point it just becomes objectively better. Like someone who's not used to ADSing at that range would beat someone who's used to ADSing at that range if they switched. Just because ADS is better at such a long range.
Not your best.
There, like,
kills remaining.
that sentence made no sense. There was a time when I ADS'd a lot. Before I stopped playing for 2 months, I ADS'd quite a bit. A healthy amount, I'd say. I liked how much I ADS'd. Now it's... And then when I came back, I barely ADS'd at all. Maybe like once a game, if even. Now I'm getting back into it, and it's lit.
I don't think so.
Learning how to ADS again. How has this door been closed? That angle to hold there. Gotta hold wider.
Too slow.
Sheriff's difficult because it requires such a high level of gunfight hygiene. Not high necessarily to use. More like medium level to use, and then high level to master. You can't spam with Sheriff because you can't see when you spam with Sheriff.
Remaining.
Or like I start shooting, my screen bounces up and down like nothing else. Which means you actually have to have practice with it. Even if you have good gunfight hygiene generally, you have to have practice with Sheriff to understand how to cope with that. Good strafe by Sova. Bro just switched his momentum like there's no tomorrow.
One kill remaining.
This is like my favorite angle in the game. No one ever plays it. Except me. And I kill... There was one round in a couple games ago, one of my comp games, where I got like 3 kills in one round from that spot. Or no, I don't think it was 3. It might have been 2. And then one from another spot. But I love that angle. I mean, people might use it in Radiant or Immortal, but I'm in Platinum, so no one expects it. No one peeks it. It's actually too OP. Okay, another deathmatch now. Checking on my dog. Making sure he's good. He's good. My water's almost out. That's unfortunate.
Match found.
I'll have to fill it up sometime soon. Maybe I'll do that after this game. I wish I could have my face cam more front centered, so you're not looking at this side of my face the whole time, and you actually get like the full view of me.
Warm up.
Even if it was just like here, and you could get at least slightly more view of me, like here, this is a lot better, where you're actually seeing the front of my face instead of just the straight side of it the whole time. That feels a little weird, right? Problem is, I can't really attach my phone to my monitor yet. There's probably some stand that attaches my phone to my monitor, no cap, but I don't have it. And ideally, I'd just buy a camera or a face cam that I can set up back here anyways. Either it attaches my monitor or whatever.
I will find you. Foolish. Goodbye.
Nice shot, bro. Dog? He's over there doing something. I guess my face is like inside of the camera from your view. And I'm putting it over there. You practiced with the sheriff for over 2 weeks, but you don't know what gun you should be learning next. In my opinion, let me make sure I'm saying this correctly. In my opinion, the sheriff is the hardest gun to learn. A lot of the other guns work similar to another gun. There's not really a gun that works like the sheriff. You could argue the Guardian, but if you look at the Guardian's recoil compared to the sheriff's recoil, right? Guardian's super easy to handle, super easy to learn, super easy to play. You just click them. Where sheriff, it's like such a different dynamic. With only 6 bullets, like it's actually crazy how much different the sheriff is from any other gun. Phantom and Vandal are super similar. They're easy to learn. Machine guns aren't that complicated at all. Shotguns aren't complicated. SMGs aren't complicated, other than, I guess, some mechanics to go with them, but nothing too bad. No other... I mean, classic you could argue. What's my dog doing?
Dominating.
You're back. I'll continue talking about this after I check on my dog. What are you doing? We'll see. I don't know. Talking about guns. That's a sentence to say. Got a knife him. The only other I could think of is Marshall. That would be difficult to learn. Op is kind of a skill set in itself, but it's not hard. Especially because Sheriff and Marshall, like, you have to... I don't know how to explain it, but Sheriff and Marshall feel like a different caliber of weapon. They feel like they're made for a higher skill than the rest of the guns are. Ooh, nice shot. Just because of the precision they require compared to any other gun. Like, any other gun, you can kind of get away with body shotting. Even Guardian, which is known to be a headshotting weapon. I mean, you know what I mean by known to be a headshotting weapon. It's a weapon that you should usually headshot with. You can get away with by body shotting people. It's just 3 to, like, that quick. That can be someone dead. You only need 3 compared to Sheriff, which is like... Look at that third bullet went over here when I'm spamming like that. Compared to Guardian, where they were all right here. Even the 4th one was like right here. So Sheriff makes it a lot harder to body shot. And then of course Marshall,
5 kills remaining.
you only get 1 shot before you gotta wait a second. As you can see, I've not practiced the Marshall or Sheriff very much. So I'm terrible with them. I'm better at Sheriff than Marshall, because I've done quite a few deathmatches on Sheriff, but Marshall I'm struggling with. Probably should learn it sometime. What is my dog doing? What are you doing? Huh? Yeah, what do you think you're doing? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. So if you're asking for a gun to learn next, I'd recommend Marshall. Just because Marshall is another high skill gun. And some people will say, "Oh, I don't need to learn Marshall. I don't need to learn Sheriff. What am I gonna? I can just buy a Ghost, or I can buy a Frenzy, or I can buy a instead of Marshall, I just buy Guardian or Stinger or something else. I don't need to use those weapons ever." But what happens when you've got a classic, and your enemy drops a Marshall or a Sheriff? You got to pick it up, and then you don't get a gun. You got to work with that gun, right? So it's good to learn every gun if you can. Now, some guns don't really need much learning. Like machine guns don't. There's not much mechanics to them, other than like knowing wallbangs and stuff. You'll practice both snipers because you're terrible with scopes. Yeah, sure, good. Right? Practice what you're bad at, and then as long as you enjoy it, you should be good. The op, like a lot of people think the op is simple just because you shoot him in the body. Duh. Like how hard can it be? But it's actually, once you get into the higher ranks, like Ascendant Plus, there's a skill set that comes along with it that you kind of need to be proficient with it. On how to play the op, how to position with it in relation to your teammates, how to fight with it. All kinds of stuff that's like more complicated than you think shoot him in the body would be, right? Okay, let me make sure my dog is not dead. I think he went upstairs. Let me go check on him, then we'll queue for comp. It'll be lit. Be right back. I know I'm live. I know I'm live. I should be here doing my stream, and I'm irresponsibly caring for my dog. Look at him over there doing dog things. I know. It's been like 10 minutes. Now he's walking away again. He's gonna go do the thing. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go get my dog to calm down. Then I'll be back on stream. Once he's calmed down, I don't have to worry about him running all over the place. Be right back. You just probably heard him bark.